Whoa, 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 whoa. What kind of drink is that? Hold on, I gotta save the straw for later, because eventually they're not gonna give me one. Oh my god, it's time! Focus up, focus up, focus up. I didn't wake up for anything else except for this. Right here, because I was invited to it in my email. Thank you for inviting me to do this in my email. Kind of a big deal. It's the future game show! There are only games for the future, so you have to be careful. Don't get too excited about them. They're not going to be in the past.
Please welcome your hosts, Laura Bailey and Matt Mercer.
Whoa!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Future Game Show Summer Showcase.
Hi.
My name is Laura Bailey, though you probably know me best as Abby Anderson in The Last of Us Part 2, or as one of the cast members from Critical Role.
Indeed. And I'm Matt Mercer, the man behind many video game chaos merchants, such as Like a Dragon's Mad Dog Majima and Ganondorf from Tears of the Kingdom. But if it's a Thursday night, I also moonlight as Critical Role's Debonair Dungeon Master, where Laura tries her best to test the very limits of my abilities and sanity.
And you love it. But we're here today joining forces for a very different reason. Exclusive video game trailers.
How come it's so blurry?
Indeed, and like a
Is there a
whole
better
bunch of
version
world
of this?
premieres, deep dives, and developer presentations. It's frankly an irresponsible amount of video game news.
Is the IGN version not the right one? Somebody link me
next
the right
90
one.
minutes, so buckle up.
Don't make it sound so scary. This is gonna be fun. Just keep in mind that if you want to wish list any of the cool games in today's show, then you can head to the dedicated.
Oh wow, this one's behind, but I think it has better quality.
Please welcome your hosts, Laura Bailey and Matt Mercer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Future Game Show Summer Showcase. My name is Laura Bailey. You probably know me best as Abby Anderson in The Last of Us Part 2, or as one of the cast members from Critical Role.
Indeed. And I'm Matt Mercer, the man behind many video game chaos merchants, such as Like a Dragon's Mad Dog Majima and Ganondorf from Tears of the Kingdom. But if it's a Thursday night, I also moonlight as Critical Role's Debonair Dungeon Master.
Oh no, I went too far!
Laura tries her best to test the very limits of my abilities.
But we're here today joining forces for a very different reason. Exclusive video game trailers, and lots of them.
Indeed, and like a whole bunch of world premieres, deep dives, and developer presentations. It's frankly an irresponsible amount of video game news that will be beamed directly into your brains for the next 90 minutes, so buckle up.
Don't make it sound so scary. This is gonna be fun. Just keep in mind that if you want to wish list any of the cool games in today's show, then you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show
Twitch.tv/.
Once the show's over, there'll be plenty of follow-up coverage on GamesRadar.com
Yeah, I know, but
and
the
the
other
Future
one's
Game Show
blurry.
YouTube channel.
Well, I think that's all of the housekeeping out of the way. So let's kick things off with our very first.
You should just watch on Twitch.
Hasn't been being Rick and Morty.
Is this it?
Said it before.
This is not it!
I mean, stepping into the roles of these two iconic roles has been life.
There's got to be a better one.
True. But we both.
Is the IGN?
Long time before her arrival.
Fucking whatever. We'll watch.
Let's deal with those guys first.
In Yolota, they never look up. So far, you were right. They shut down the site.
Wait! Hold on, I'm coming! I'll cover you.
It's got to be Mass Effect, huh?
The bird up high shall be thine eyes.
It looks like Mass Effect.
What the hell happened here?
I don't know if it can live up to Andromeda.
Hey, buddy.
Ah, the Expanse, Osiris Reborn, of course. Cyberpunky!
Glad you're still breathing.
Third-person perspective shooter. Space elements, cyberpunk elements, blonde woman, and Channing Tatum look-alike. Got it.
What a way to start the show! The Expanse Osiris Reborn is an action RPG crafted in Unreal Engine 5, where you can immerse yourself in the universe of the beloved TV
I've never
series.
played Mass Effect in my life.
Make sure it's on your wish list.
That's pretty awesome. And we're treating you to another world premiere right now and swapping sci-fi for fantasy in the process. So let's take a look.
All right.
I used to swear by my father's oath.
You're not supposed to swear.
To protect the wards is to protect our people. And if it claims our lives...
Sorry, I'll put the microphone back here so you
What's
guys can
one
hear the
life
slow.
lost for the sake of the many?
And now, what do you swear by today?
The only one that matters is my brother. And I will kill the people who took him from me.
Is that better? Is that better?
Take my hand.
I hear not the clamor of conquerors. The pestilence must be purged.
Is this two-player?
Our father was right about one thing.
Better quality,
Wards
no
are
delay.
breaking. And shoot.
Oh yeah, it was way better. Echoes of the end. The end, the end, the end.
We're thrilled to reveal
Oh,
Echoes
yeah, that's
of the
great
End,
quality.
a narrative-driven fantasy adventure coming later this year.
But the fun doesn't stop there. Here's another world premiere.
It's important to note that this is your very first look at the game, but from what I can tell, there's evil residing in these woods.
Why is it just their face? Why is it just their face that looks like that? Like, the games look fine, it's just their head. It's just like the real life people. Oh my god. It's how do they keep the... Wait, wouldn't the candles go out in the rain like that? I mean, I get the hats, but it looks like the rain is coming down from an angle. Ewok hunt. You wake up in a forest with no memory. Just a flashlight and the light to your steps. With the feeling that you're always watched. The whispers are all around you. Roguelike. Try to remember. Roguelike horror game. And find your way home.
An isolated cabin in the woods. What could possibly go wrong? That was your
Yeah.
first look at Whispers in the Fog.
It's a psychological horror game from a supremely talented
Why are they
solo
so
developer.
blurry?
Be sure to give it a wish list if you like what you see.
And next up, we've got a trailer for an open world action RPG based on the
Whoa!
beloved anime, The Seven Deadly Sins. Let's check it out.
Didn't we see that one yesterday? We're really pushing this one. Bro, I'm telling you, it's just fucking blurry. Why? Is this blurry normally? Here's the contentious thing.
The 7 Deadly Sins Origin is coming
soon. It gets more blurry every time!
PS5, but you can pre-register now at 7origin.netmarble.com.
Okay, it's time to learn about what's coming in Season 7 of free-to-play Destructo shooter, The Finals. Let's take a look. Finals. Let's take a look.
It's just the IGN version is blurry.
The pressure's peaking. Every second counts, and these plays are next level.
This is what the finals is all about. Split-second decisions, teamwork under fire, and
split raiders,
split
gates.
But sometimes the best strategy is to just hit your opponent really hard.
The finals? Same devs as Arc Raiders. I see.
Season 7 of the
Oh my god, it gets worse!
On June 12th. And whether you're a seasoned veteran or a new contestant entering the arena, if you're tuning in on the FGS Twitch channel, you can earn a Twitch drop of this Kablamo grenade skin.
Yes, anybody who watches this very show for 15 consecutive minutes on the FGS Twitch channel will earn the skin. So, if you've been with us from the very start, or you're just joining us, wherever you've been, then just stick around.
And not that you need any more reasons, but it's time to move on and talk about Herdling, a shepherd simulator with a whole lot of soul. Let's find out when you can get your hands on it.
No one's answering.
Herdling launches later this year, but you can try guiding those adorable calicorns right now by downloading the demo, which is out now on Steam. What's next, Laura?
Sleep Awake, which is anything but cute. It's a first-person psychedelic thriller that explores the realm between.
I'm asking Felix, but he's gonna be too busy.
This game is helmed by Corey Davis of Spec Ops, The Line, and Robin Fink of 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, let's take a closer look then.
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep. I must not sleep.
Show her your blue sleep powder. Hold up 2 ones over this one. There's a woman on there. It's not just her ass. I didn't mean to just show her ass.
Me now, dear, are you? This is all perfectly natural.
Does it actually work? I don't know. I haven't tried it, to be honest.
Resisting the inevitable comes at a cost.
I want to play this, but it looks scary.
Give me your eyes, dear.
That alarm reminds me of this morning. It gets
Sleep Awake
worse!
is coming soon, so drop it on your wish lists.
We've got a developer presentation for Eriksholm, The Stolen Dream, up next. It's a cinematic isometric stealth game set in the year 1900.
Oh, isn't that the year you were born?
I am a few months younger than you, Laura.
I don't think so. No.
I must find her.
He's all I've got.
Before he does.
Eriksholm is a game set in kind of a fantasy version of the early 1900s. And
Just
it
show me
has
the game,
a
bro.
Scandinavian theme style to it. I
Just
would
show me the game.
describe it as a stealth puzzle game with a very strong emphasis on story, where you play up to 3 playable characters.
I want to
that
play
you
this,
switch
but I want this
between,
guy to
and
not
they have their
yap,
own special abilities that
telling
you
me
need
what
to
the game is,
use
and instead just
together
show me the game.
to kind of solve situations and puzzles in a kind of interlaced way where everyone's
show that to
involved.
me.
It's in the setting of a Scandinavian nature, which not
Yeah,
only
I would like
resonates
if they
with
would
me,
stop
but with the
making
rest of the
this
world, because
style
it's
of
so
trailer.
unique. It's always nice to see
'Cause the
something
game looks
new
kinda
that people
good.
can relate to.
So I've worked a lot with like lighting and 3D rendering, cinematic lighting, stuff like that. So Anders showed me the rendering of one of the movies. It just floored me. I thought it was so beautiful. Then he said, okay, so Tio,
It's
what
like
I
they're
want
trying
from you
to
is I
tell
want you
me
to
how
make
to
this look
feel.
even better.
We've
Like, shut up and
playtested
let
the
me
game
feel
a
how I
lot,
feel.
And what people usually say is that it feels like I'm playing a movie, but in a great way. River and Games was
What? How would that not be in
based
a great way?
on the idea that if you have the right mix of people, then perhaps
Maybe
really
I'm a
small
hater, but
team
the
can
thing is,
still
like,
make something
I'd
that's
rather just see the
actually pretty
gameplay
cool.
than hear them
How
like
is this
yap
made
about
by
it.
16 people? Like, why is this quality so high?
A little now and then I sit down in the couch and I just enjoy a fresh build. And the story just gets to perform.
Use this
You're
controller
just
on
drawn
a
right
PC
in.
game?
It's a magical feeling.
That's toxic.
I'm really excited for players to just discover this world. Eriksholm is coming to Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Epic Game Store. And we have an exclusive trailer that we're about to show you that will reveal
Finally.
the
Oh,
release
what?
date. I hope you enjoy.
Wow, the trailer? Thanks. Cut the yap, show trailer, don't care. This would have got me. Oh, the yap is not getting me. Look how nice. It's always the small indie dev companies that gotta have the yap fest before they show the game. Or it'll be like a cinematic masterpiece, it will be an amazing game, but they gotta yap about it for like 20 years first. I like this third-person perspective gameplay. I think is kind of fun. It makes me feel like I'm playing in like with dolls or like toys. Yeah, it is nice on the eyes. Oh, it also makes things a little scary sometimes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Also, the amount of times they said it is gonna be like a European or whatever they said. No,
Thank you so much to our friends at River End
it's
Games
so
for that
bad.
window into the world of Eriksholm. It's coming to PC,
I can
Xbox,
count the
and
pixels.
PS5 on July 15th.
I think they
wish listed on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
pre-recorded this.
All right, now we've got a new trailer for a cel-shaded shooter with gameplay inspired by the Stalker
They
series.
pre-recorded
Here's the
this.
latest trailer for the Explorator.
That's why it looks so shit. They didn't up the render when they scaled they put it into the compilation video. And why pre-recorded? That kills the vibe. I don't like that. Maybe I'm being weird. I like the idea of it being like an actual little show. Why do I have to wake up at 4 p.m. for something if it's just gonna be some pre-recorded? Just put it on the fucking YouTube then. And I feel like I'm pretending I'm being lived to. I don't like that. Bro, I'm having a freak out about this. It's because I'm sleepy and I'm not feeling well. Oh no! It's scary game. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. 6 FPS. Or is this 3D or 2D? I can't tell. I can't tell what they're doing with this. The Explorator.
The Explorator is launching into early access today, so go check it out on Steam and support the developers on the road to launch.
Constance is up next, a Metroidvania where you wield the power of a paintbrush to escape a decaying inner world.
Celeste meets paint. I gotta play Celeste, I haven't done it yet. I'm okay, thank you. Oh my god, I called this. Celeste meets paint. With Shadow Knight elements. I don't mind the game genre because genres are just genres. Like, I feel like the thing is, everyone complains about certain genres, but nobody complains about other genres. Like shooters, no one's complaining, you know? Oh, another shooter game? Another platformer game, it's all good. It's all good. I just kind of wish that there was more than just like the visual style that they always go with. Hollow Knight, you're right, not Shadow Knight. Hollow Knight. I told you guys I'm not good with names.
Constance is coming to PC on November 24th, but there's a demo available on Steam.
I'm now eligible for Complamo for special events to get your loot claim here before June 14th.
We create a trio of deep dives into some of the most exciting upcoming games. Our ones to watch, you could say.
First game we're tackling for the summer showcase is Titan Quest II. Now, fans have been waiting since 2006 for a sequel to Iron Lore's cult classic action RPG, and the good news is, it's right around the corner.
So let's dig into the details with the help of Grimlore Games.
Tell us the whole story. Tell us about hope.
Titan Quest II is kind of your Diablo-esque action RPG, but it's set in ancient Greek mythology. You really can immerse yourself in what you associate Greece with. You'll be fighting these mythological monsters, some of which we came up with ourselves, some of which are from Titan Quest I. Greek mythology also has become very much part of pop culture in the last 2 decades. Some other games have had great success with this, and we thought that we have this great IP on our hands, why not use it? In Titan Quest II, you'll be playing as a rather unknown hero character. You're not really a hero yet. You're honestly just training to be a capable fighter. You have a master called Aristano. She's from Sparta and used to be a priestess of Nemesis, as you'll find out later.
Yeah, thanks for spoiling it.
You will build up your own worth over time as you prove yourself in front of the gods. Gameplay-wise, Titan Quest II is very much a classic ARPG, but we've got our own twists in there with like
I don't want to hear your bullshit!
For example, where you merge 2 masteries into one instead of just being given classes. So you have to find these little entanglements that you can have between the 2 masteries.
Bro, just show me your game.
Make the best use of them possible. from there, you can take your character in multiple directions. Mixed classes is something we support quite a lot, actually.
Here's the thing that I want to know.
Fantasies of just a tanky warrior. Of course, you're going to have that. You can take your character in
Do
many directions. And
you have to buy the town portal scrolls, or are they given to you unlimited? And how is the stamina? Do you get unlimited stamina, or how does that work? These are things that completely ruined Diablo for me. I like Diablo 2 and Diablo 1. 1 Bitcoin per stamina.
Because we don't believe in that form of monetization in general. We will be doing traditional DLCs, however. So after the 1.0 launch, we'll be putting out
stamina management is important in those games, and they just took out the entirety of the elements.
So more content in general, bosses, creatures, areas, and masteries, of course. So Titan Quest 2 will be coming to Steam.
Yeah, but they took out the stamina, right?
You can it now already, and we're looking for a summer.
And then they took out they gave unlimited town portal scrolls. Like, bro, oh thanks. Now I don't have to worry about inventory management. Oh, just take away one of the most important things. I had to have a total square set box. Otherwise, I have to run all the way back home. All the way back home.
Titan Quest 2 is coming soon, and you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
It was a good element. You had to make sure you have your stuff unlocked before you leave.
MJ? What are you doing here?
Hey guys.
I don't know who you guys are.
Well, I was just, wandering the sound stages, taking in the sights and smells, and then I heard you guys making noise about video games out here, and I thought I'd join in.
Okay. Well, I mean, since you're already here, why don't you take the next trailer? Well, right?
I mean, if that's okay with you guys, I don't
No, it's great. Work your magic. We'll just be over here.
All right. Got you. Well, get ready, folks, because it's time for another world premiere.
All right.
This one's a follow-up to a beloved puzzle adventure that launched back in 2020.
I have seen things
Puzzle adventure.
that should be forgotten.
I love puzzles and I love adventures. Out of the Blue,
I've
Hand
tried
Wake Films
to escape my past.
games. Oh my god, it's Blueprints.
I've had enough of death and madness.
Wait, I kind of want to play this.
The world is changing.
This looks good.
Some now search for answers in the far reaches of the world. For shocking secrets
I love puzzle games.
and dizzying marvels.
I love marvels.
For there lies upon this world of man a mocking and incredible shadow.
Call of the Elder Gods coming soon? Not soon enough!
Call of the Elder Gods, starring yours truly, is a Lovecraftian narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles. So get it on your wish lists ASAP.
I'm trying, but I only see Rage of the Elder Gods.
I mean, I was, but then...
Coming in 2025,
marketing,
and it's a completely different game.
Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later. I gotta wander.
Hell yeah, thanks for coming, man. Bye. See you, bye. Okay, so while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set,
I can't find it
We'll
anywhere.
grab some back-to-back trailers.
I'll stay here.
What they just did.
Bio course. How hard could it be?
Bro, I can't find the game and I want to play it!
Hard.
We found paradise.
We got company.
Okay, if Chad hadn't said hadn't said Call of the Sea, I would have never known to look up Call of the Sea to find a dev. Only for it not to be on Steam in pre-release, upcoming release. Their only upcoming release is the Vigilante
Welcome to
Diaries.
Veil of the Witch, a turn-based tactical RPG with a roguelite twist. You play as Ash, a shipwrecked castaway with no memories and a big-ass sword.
Let's see if I remember
It's
how
on
to use
Steam
it.
now. I'm looking.
5 years after a bloody civil war, you wake up trapped on a mysterious island filled with monsters, cultists, and a whole lot of zombies.
Suffice to say, this whole island is madhouse.
Combat in Veil of the Witch is built for hardcore tactics fans, with an emphasis on speed and brutality. That means a small party, tight battle maps, and enemies that can drop you in just a few hits. To stand a chance, you'll have to master each ally's unique kit, whether that's frontliner Marco, glass cannon caster Laurent, or backstabbing cutthroat Emile. All your abilities work on a cooldown, so you'll have to think smart and learn to juggle. You can also level up and unlock new skills right in the middle of battle.
Oh my god.
Surrounding this rock-solid core is a
new skills in the middle of battle?
Focused on skill in the face of unpredictable challenges. Face off against cool bosses.
Just like
Beacon of the Dead!
Just like the anime!
Get shipwrecked. Then head back to town, where you can unlock upgrades, chat with allies, craft equipment, and more.
The Korea one, I can't remember the name.
Take on trial mode for bigger challenges and better rewards. Fight, die, rise again, stronger.
Oh, I'm losing. He does magic damage, and I'm weak to magic damage. I just put on 25 magic damage resistance.
Early access available now on Steam, and coming soon to Xbox, PS5, and Nintendo Switch.
You're watching Feature Game Show. Graphline, Counter Search, Salient. Oh! It's the game we saw yesterday. Oh, this shit is blurry. It's not Splatoon. It's Splatoon sort of looking, but it's not Splatoon. It is its own thing. I think Felix and I will play. Maybe. But it's also 4-player co-op, so who knows? It's a balloon. It's a balloon. I will ask if he wants to play with me. It's a balloon. What's it called? POPUCOM. $17.99. It's already out.
Dispatch to Unit 1. There's an ongoing fire.
Bro, why would you put out a game early? It came out in June 1st. Oh, what the fuck, bro? Why not wait? I don't want to be rude, but this game kind of does not look that great. But it's co-op, so I'm okay with it. Firefighter co-op game. This is a Meg and I game right now.
Found one of the victims. Please get me out of here.
This is a Meg and me game right now.
We can't let the fire escalate like that.
Meg, on future games game show, there's a
Firefighting simulator.
Fighter
Ignite.
sim
United against
is
fire.
Perfect
Coming
for
fall
us.
2025.
Fall 2025.
Now on PC
Mark
and consoles.
your calendar.
Are we all clear? No Nolan Norths or Ashley Johnsons waiting in the wings?
No, I think we're good. Okay. Now remember, folks, you can find all those games as well as every game we feature today on the Future Game Show Steam page.
Yes, and you'll want to prime your wish lists in advance for this next
Future
review.
Game
It's
Show.
a game where you play as a bureaucratic inspector in a fantasy world.
What's like you make sure the evil layer is up to code before the party heads inside?
Yes, that's literally the whole deal.
Okay, I legitimately need this game.
Heroes. The world is full of them. Sons and daughters
How do I
of
find the
farmers
Future Game Show
with
thing?
too much bravery and not enough wisdom, so some say. But what is a hero without a princess
Oh my god!
to save?
It's Legend of
Without
Zelda.
dragons to slay? Nothing. That's where you come in. As an agent at the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs, you will ensure everything is as it should be for the hero's arrival.
Inside this cave, you'll find a necromancer who, according to our reports, is a complete and utter embarrassment to the story.
The book is titled Hellgates anew, your first ritual sacrifice.
As it turns out, putting the soul of a demon inside of a skeleton is a touch more tricky than you might imagine.
We, the members of the United Builders Union of Enchanted Settlements, hereby announce a strike, effective immediately. It's the inspector.
Okay, this game looks good.
Job in their clipboard that decides if we have to do more work.
A dragon attack? That is not in the budget.
But what is the story?
Guys, the one on Steam is better quality, but it's so far ahead.
Sanctimonious swing, you lop his head off. It hardly felt good, but incompetent evil is still evil.
It's the best looking one. It's so far ahead, it's like a whole ass game ahead. But I can't go back in the Steam broadcast
happy to welcome you.
further than
like
15 seconds, so I gotta wait.
Wish list the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs today.
Oh, that's one for the critters. The Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs is coming later this year.
And now for something completely different. This one's for the fans of shooters,
it's actually
anime,
so
and
far
Y2K
ahead.
aesthetics.
That's me.
It's like actually multiple games ahead. I don't know what to do. Next time we watch on Steam. Oh my god, wow. She's got a flip phone.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, she's got Ramune as her Molotov cocktail. She's got a hard scope. I'm gonna play this for the memes and pretend I'm only doing it for the memes, but actually do it because I want to play it. I want to play Waifu shooting up. Tactical, Waifu Tactical Force. What the fuck? Ah. I will play pink-haired shy girl Luna. No, I'm gonna play Milkmaid Mommy. Oh my god, she's got a zipper on her boobie! That makes me imagine things! You look like high school. What? Bro, if you're thinking high schoolers when you look at them, like what? I think you're just repeating what you hear other people say in this, but I don't think that's what high schoolers look like.
After the show.
Now we've got a trailer for an action platformer inspired by the ancient art of paper folding. Let's take a look at Hirogami.
I will open up the Steam version right now. It's a fucking ad? No! That unlinked you? I got you. I take synchronization very seriously. Plus, I'm not gonna play this game, so I didn't care. I don't know, maybe I will. It kind of looks alright, actually. It's just a lot of, I know they wanted to have the writing on paper sound effect. It's just, maybe it's just weird. Maybe I'm just like a little, autistic sometimes, but that sound effect bothers the fuck out of me. the foldy paper sound effect, it gets to me. It gets to me. It gets to me very heavily. I don't know what it is about it. It's the...
Hirogami is coming to PC and PS5 on September 3rd.
It makes me kind of a little uncomfortable.
On Steam and the Epic Games Store. And check out the free demo, which is available on Steam.
Okay, time for an update on Eve Frontier. This is CCP Games' Spacebound Survival MMO.
CCP Games?
Eve Frontier is an invitation for everyone that have had the idea in their brain to make a game. And often the best way to make a game is to start and modify an existing game. We have now created an MMO server-side modding platform, and we offer an invitation to you to come and build with us. You can build tools, you can build worlds, you can do so many things. And this is a great way to start your game development adventure by sort of playing around in the amazing survival space horror sandbox we have created.
Survivor Space Horror Sandbox.
When we made Eve Online, we very much wanted to make a sandbox experience where most of the things and the infrastructure in the game would actually be built by players. But we did build quite a bit of it ourselves. Seeing what emerged from Eve, especially when it comes to the third-party development ecosystem, we could actually give a lot more agency to players to literally build the world. So as we go through this process of stripping down to a survival game, we are on the other hand building
I can't wait for a giant penis spaceship to come attack me.
Basically what Eve Frontier enables third-party developers is to mod the actual server, creating additional software that both read and writes the world state.
What's it? It's going to be fan-made. You know there's going to be just giant fucking...
truly astounding that has never been seen before.
Giant fucking penises attacking. It's going to be swastikas coming out of everywhere. Like, you're letting fans create the server around you. The amount of people who are just going to do crazy, stupid shit is going to be out of control.
And what we have seen so far in our various hackathons and events,
who do you think is making
and what
most of
we've
that
just
shit?
seen in the sort of builder community overall, absolutely delivers on that vision in
World War
space.
II simulator on my screen. Okay. Eve Frontier. I kind of want to play it though. I mean, it looks weird, but I want to
Founder
play
access for Eve Frontier is available now, and you can head to evefrontier.com
Founder
to jump in and find out more.
Bro!
What's up next, Laura?
We have a brand new trailer for Formula Legends.
How come it didn't show me that this? Sorry, Meg.
The history of motorsport.
It didn't show me that you were waiting. First ship I met on Eve was a Nazi who blew me up. So 100% accurate. That's what I'm saying. Clearly they didn't. Clearly they don't understand. Oh my God, Eve Online! That's the 6-hour video documentary that I watched. Was about Eve Online. Frederick Knudsen gave me heaven that day. 6 hours. Oh my God. Oh, 5 hours, 55 minutes, and 12 seconds of pure heaven. So you're little? Guys, if you, listen, hear me out. If you love EVE Online, give that a watch. If you don't love EVE Online, but you love very long video essays, give that a watch. I mean, it's worthwhile. If you want to see
Formula Legends is racing towards release on PC and consoles, but you can play the demo now on Steam.
Years-long
and also
wars
wishlist it on Steam
that
or
have
the Epic
existed
Games. But for now,
on a
let's keep
fucking
it rolling with our
spreadsheet
Ones to
video
Play
game.
section, which is a future game show state.
It's crazy.
It's a montage of exciting games that you can play on Steam right after the show.
Oh my God, right after the show.
So, if you like what you're looking at, don't hesitate to download a demo and dig in.
First up is Catastrophe. This is an action roguelike where you play as a kitty abducted by aliens and repel enemies with your trusty sidekick, the Star Cursor. Players can mod Polo's abilities to settle on a unique playstyle and pick their route through a series of interstellar environments.
Celeste with cats. good.
Next up, we've got Phase Zero, a survival horror throwback with fixed cameras and immersive pre-rendered environments. A menacing illness has descended on the town of Flint Peak. Can you solve puzzles and tango with monsters to make it out alive?
Or what about Bloodgrounds? It's a gladiatorial roguelike with a city builder twist. You'll recruit, train, and command a crew of warriors in strategic turn-based battles, then develop a coastal city in the interim. Carve your name into the annals of history and spill buckets of blood in the process.
Last but not least, we've got How to Escape, Lost Submarine. With one player on PC or console and the other using a mobile companion app, you'll communicate and collaborate to complete puzzles and stop the outbreak of war. No pressure.
That should have got its own.
That was our Ones to Play montage. Be sure to follow up on anything that caught your eye.
But let's keep on sailing with another exclusive trailer for a naval combat simulator set in the late 18th century.
Ships.
Every voyage
Whoa.
begins with a plan.
Wow, look at that quality. Unreal Engine. Oh my god!
A vision
Pirates of the
etched on
Caribbean.
parchment, foretelling glory or downfall.
Downfall.
It is in our nature to conquer what others fear.
Why do they look like
Death and
Benjamin
dishonor.
Franklin?
Fame and fortune. The life of a sea captain is one of duty and relentless pursuit. True riches are not in gold and jewels, but in the stories we bring back and the legend we become.
Why are you putting exclamation point disability?
We arrive, but never at our final destination. So we chart our next course.
What's the other flag on there with the red that looks like the British flag in the corner, but then it's all red otherwise? What does that mean?
We endure, for the voyage is life, and life is
East
the
India
voyage.
Trading Company. Pirates of the Caribbean. You have to get a tattoo if you work with the East India Trading Company. I learned that from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Join the crew today on Kickstarter.
That's why there's only a pre-render and no actual gameplay. I see.
Check out the funding drive for Ahoy at ahoy.gg/Kickstarter.
Okay.
You can also wishlist the game on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
The Spotlight montage is up next, so say goodbye
If
to
they
our
get enough
portfolio
people
bodies.
wishlisting it, they can show it to investors. That's why.
What
pretty
Matt
smart.
means to say with that
They don't
graphic
need to use
vocabulary
Kickstarter.
is that we'll be back on stage once we've talked you through some super cool games.
Don't talk to me. Show me the games with the audio of the game. I don't want you to fucking force over games anymore. I'm gonna freak out.
Flickshot Rogues is a turn-based strategy roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage. Across a constantly shifting cartoon peninsula, players will trigger explosive combos and commit to game-changing upgrades.
What's going on with Ashes of Creation? Speaking
You
of
can
games
try it
that
for
I
yourself
invested
ahead of time
into
by
that
checking out
haven't
the
been
free
coming
demo
into
on
fruition,
Steam.
even though I invested 5 years ago.
Now let's take a look at Under Par Golf Architect, an all-in-one simulator where you mold terrain to create world-class courses and then try them out firsthand. As well as placing the green and obstacles between, you'll manage staff, budgets, and customers on your way to crafting a golfer's paradise. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Ascends to Zero is up next. It's a hack-and-slash
Oh my
roguelike
God,
where you
it's
play as the
coming out.
last surviving human of a devastated world. To help with that unfortunate predicament,
We go live
you can
in 8
freeze time
days
to
as
anticipate
of
attacks and topple
the
voxel
28th.
monsters.
What day is this?
Ascend to Zero is coming soon to PC, but in the meantime, you can check out the free demo on Steam and drop it on
Should
your
already be
wish
out.
lists.
Or how about Animalkind? This is a cozy cooperative town building game where you play as a crew of adorable critters in mech suits. Players will use their industrial-grade opposable thumbs to scavenge the landscape for materials and establish a community of cute creatures. Animalkind is coming soon to PC. But if you head to the Steam page, you can sign up for the alpha playtest, which is arriving in July.
Okay, what's it called?
Don't Wake the
Animalkind?
Beast. But the developers have sent over an intricate overview, so I'll sit this one out.
Hi, my name is Timek. I'm the game designer and producer behind Don't Wake the Beast.
Let's make your streamer.
Don't Wake the Beast is a stealth roguelike in which your goal is to steal as many treasures as possible and run away from the beast. The tricky part is that each treasure has its weight, and the more you pick up, the more noise you generate. But when you fail, there's always another run. My game will feature 4 biomes, all with unique mechanics and beasts. It's scheduled to release in 2026.
What's the animal game called? It looks cool.
We're rounding things out with Worship, a cultist simulator where you try your best to bring about.
Wait, I already heard of this game. This game is fun.
Inspired by Pikmin, this cute and creepy multiplayer roguelite tasks you with performing blood rites and recruiting followers to please the old ones. It's coming soon to PC, and you can wishlist it on Steam.
Already wishlisted this shit.
That was our Spotlight montage. We hope you enjoyed the Summer Showcase selection.
Thank
Laura?
you.
Oh, it's time for an update on SCUM, the survival shooter with poop mechanics.
What?
Not as in like they're bad, no. Just like you have to manage your bowel movements to survive.
What?
I might actually learn something. I love video games.
Peggy 18.
Nah. Do not focus on... Bro, why are you advertising a game that's been out where people have 2,100 hours in it already?
If those
What's the point?
Inspired reviews have grabbed your attention.
I don't want to buy the game to prove the negative reviews
You can head to the link on screen right now for a chance
it.
to win one of 100 keys for SCUM 1.0.
And if you're not one of the lucky winners, then you'll just have to jump in with the rest of us when it launches on June 17th.
Now, our next game is a squad-based survival shooter where you dodge deadly dinosaurs. Here's the latest trailer.
Squad-based survival shooter! And dinosaurs,
Deadly
girls.
Dinosaurs are on the loose in Deathground.
Girls?
Whether you dare to enter solo or in a squad of up to 4 players, you must do everything you can to survive in these dinosaur-infested abandoned facilities. Could you survive?
Hi, we're Jaw Drop Games, the indie dev team behind Deathground.
The main threat you'll need to avoid is the raptors, specifically Utah raptors. So unlike velociraptors, which are much smaller, they measure around 7 feet tall. I'm about 5'3", so that's a pretty menacing heights comparison for me.
We've spent most of our development time taming them, and it's been a huge challenge because...
How do you get something that size with that tail to behave all in multiplayer?
Exactly. Of course, there'll be other dinosaurs for you to deal with. The #1 culprit for causing chaos is the Compsognathus, aka the Compy.
What might look like a decent hiding space for you as players might actually be a refuge for these little creatures, putting the terror in territory.
As for other species, you may spot the Allosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and Triceratops roaming around in the background.
Ah, it's not the same.
The next thing you know, you're being chased by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Look, I'm a dev.
There are multiple maps and missions that will be
Oh, it's called
playable at
Deathground.
launch.
I can tell because your
Mission
shirt says.
Command, the single-player tutorial and introduction.
Geothermal, where you'll need to repair everything so you can restart the power plant.
Agricultural, which has become a little bit overgrown and it is in need of some weeding.
And biomedical, which is my personal favourite, where you'll have to sneak in and steal raptor eggs. you know, for science.
Each mission is replayable and is an important piece of the puzzle.
I'm supporting Australian devs because it's hard enough for them to have to use the internet down there.
About the disastrous events of the past.
Deathground is launching on Steam Early Access this year. Keep a lookout for our roadmap.
And because there's dinosaurs. So, there's 2 reasons.
Deathground is launching into Steam Early Access later this year.
No, so the internet is so bad in fucking Australia. Well, it used to be.
Refusing to
You know, this was 10 years ago
So
that my
let's
friend,
move on with our
my friend
second
was
Ones to
telling
Watch
me
deep
about
dive,
this.
shall we? Here's Rogue Factor to tell us more about the studio's new weird action-adventure
They have
game,
fiber now?
Hell
Oh, they're
is
in.
Us.
Oh my god. My Australian friends used to have the worst.
What happened here?
They would have to use injectors just to not fucking
Hi
lag out.
everyone, my name is Jonathan Jacques Delated.
Which
and
I
I'm
was
the
against,
Executive Creative Director
but I
and
understood.
Executive Art Director on Hell is Us
Not into
here at
injectors,
Rogue
they're
Factor.
cheats.
So the game that we've been developing for pretty much almost 5 years now is a game called Hell is Us. So the game is definitely like an action-adventure game.
It is set in the world of Adia. It's a rogue state where there's a lot of
I've given up
really
on
weird
game
things
devs
happening. You play Remy.
not yapping at me.
He was born there. Yeah, he was raised in a foster system in Canada, and he's going
Aw.
back basically to find answers.
This thing that games do now, contemporary games, where the adventuring is just...
guy's
if you
dripped
think
out,
about
look
it,
at him.
The exploration and the discovery, they're only there by theme. You had just been following marker after marker, and until the last marker is over your actual thing you needed to find. Almost all the variables connected to the exploration and connected to your discovery are given to you on a silver platter.
I agree
so
with this.
we look at it kind of like the inverse in our game because we got rid of all these things.
I remember chatting with John about the old Zelda games, how it was straightforward and like you had just enough to know where to go, but not too much.
It's basically how life works if you think about it, right? We basically orient ourselves by sight and hearing and what people tell us, right?
I think I might try this game out. It kind of looks a little scary too, which might be cool. Metro-esque.
Once in the woods, follow the wind chimes. They will lead the way through.
You play the
talk
demo?
to NPCs and they're literally going to tell you a clue, right? So Rebecca and Jova, when she kind of hints you where the Owen convoy, the direction that it took, she says, I don't know where they went exactly, but I know they took the road that goes behind the weird monuments. And she says, you can see them from here. And as you're talking to her, behind her, quite far, you see some peculiar monument-looking thing. You're like, is that what she's talking about? Like, is that,
that's
and
smart.
then you go there and you see the
That's
road
cool.
that turns, and it's maybe
That's cool.
the convoy did.
I like
come here.
that.
I think that's kind of very unique, and it works really, really well. Like any game, especially a game of almost 40 hours, sometimes it works better than others. You know, no game is absolutely perfect, but it's
What's
very
the game
much
called again?
it's the joy of exploration. The
I
joy
like
of
exploration, so
discovery.
games with actual exploration are fun for me. Hell is Us.
Of course, we can't talk about Hell is Us without talking about the
$50.
monsters and the enemies.
You can play the whole
living
thing.
entities are
Pre-purchase never mind.
physical
Coming out September 20th.
manifestations of
I'm gonna add it to my
human
wish list.
emotion.
I'm not gonna play the demo, but I'll play the game.
What does an emotion look like? Who knows? So we had many iterations. We ended up with these kind of like fractally, geometrically thingies, you know. So we have grief,
Nah, I don't know if
ecstasy,
it's like
terror,
a
and rage.
super
So the Hollow Walker
Souls-like,
represents
but
it.
it
So
is
it's just a husk. It's
live
what we
action
call the Hollow
combat.
Walker, and it's a bit like a facsimile of a human being
Because
who's felt is very strong.
it seems like
negative
you have
emotion.
multiple
And then, they look like that
abilities.
because we tried a lot of things and they ended up looking like this, you know.
Combat isn't great. Oh, really?
So you'll be able to play Hell is Us on September 4th, 2025.
The combat
on
not being
Xbox
good
Series,
is, or combat not,
S,
yeah, being good.
PlayStation
Okay, I
5,
said that
and
right.
obviously PC.
Is a little concerning. Combat is
Wishlist
ass.
it
That's
now,
like
because Hell is Us
Damn.
is coming to PC and consoles on September 4th.
All right, I think we're due another world premiere, don't you?
Yeah!
This one's an action adventure set in a drop-dead gorgeous cartoon world.
And it stars some very familiar faces.
Wait.
No way.
Is it us?
Maybe. Let's throw to someone who knows while I take this totally real phone call. Hello? Hi.
Oh, they're in the middle of a show.
Hey
That's
Laura,
rude.
hey Matt. I'm super excited
Nice.
to be back
More
on the
dev
Future
talking.
Game Show where I belong.
Baldur's
And you
Gate
are doing
3?
a fantastic job. Like I said to the producers when I was
Still haven't played
hosting, if you strike me down, this is live, isn't it? Oh, so yeah, New Tales reached out, and I am officially in
That's
their game.
Klarak.
Actually, seeing you just reminded
That
me.
made
they're
no
looking
sense to me.
for a killer writer who can also perform. Let me call Jasmine. Look, it's fine. You're doing great for time. Hey, Jazz.
Hi, Sam.
I've got a really cool gig. Want to join me in a game? If we're both in, I'm pretty sure.
Look at the bottles in the back.
Yeah, sure. I'll be in a game with
Oh,
you.
whoa.
But only if you're coming to the
Is that an
D&D
adult
Expo,
drinking
because
alcohol?
Our party can
Our
really
chat
use
box
the
would never know
barbarian.
anything about that.
All right. I guess we're all doing this. That was easy. So let's check out exactly what we're getting ourselves into.
My only concern right now is the FPS looks kind of concerning. This is future game show, which means that they're not going to be out for a while. I don't know, it kind of looks interesting because it's a puzzle game with fighter elements. It looks like it could be good. I'm just concerned about the amount of FPS that it's getting. Looks bad. But it does look beautiful. It just doesn't, you know what, it's probably just not fully optimized yet. Excuse me. Fading echo.
That's right, we're joining Samantha Bayard, yes, Karlak herself, and the awesome Jasmine Bular in Fading Echo.
I don't know who Karlak is.
And consoles.
What does that mean? Is this supposed to
And you can
mean
watch this
something?
today on Steam or the Epic Game Store. Go, 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 go!
We got another block of back-to-back trailers up next. Let's dig in.
I didn't play Baldur's Gate.
We have been blessed to live in times of peace, but our city is not without its enemies.
I kind of want to play it, but every time I bring it up, chat says skip.
All right, up. Let's do this.
Pixel game.
Going to be bishops too.
Through Shale, all things are possible.
Big strong devil lady.
It's time the three of you learn the true purpose of the bishops. Listen
Which,
We recruit from the finest soldiers in the church, and still,
It's
one
just
out of
very
every 3
long.
bishops doesn't make it past the first year.
Ah.
Does it get easier after that?
We gave you those robes for a reason.
I don't need to finish it. Okay. Maybe I'll play it then. Wow! A different kind of game! You know what? You need to finish it. I have to finish it. I read what I wanted to read, not what was said. I used to play this game at my orthodontist. They had like an arcade machine while you wait. Up? Oh, okay, no. We need like a true F emote or something so people can spam if it's a real F. I wonder what the gameplay. Oh. Didn't we see this already? I swear we saw this commercial. Like, I swear maybe like a couple weeks ago, we were watching like indie dev games releases, and this was one of them. Was this it? Was it a couple weeks ago or was it a couple days ago? Joe and Mac collection. This isn't Tomba. I don't want Joe and Mac, I want Tomba.
We're back, and you can wishlist all of those games by heading to
the Future Game Show Steam page?
The Future Game Show's Steam page.
With that out of the way, it's time for a spine-tingling closer look at the next game from the minds behind Until Dawn.
Directive 8020 is about a deep space mission to save
Where the
humanity.
fuck is Tomba too, bro?
Gets in the way. Let's throw it over to Supermassive Games to find out more.
We are going to do this. Just lower the gun.
Not until you move from the scanner.
Ew.
Those things can change shape.
Don't you ever point that thing at me again.
It's like the thing.
Scan complete. Subject unidentifiable.
We need urgent assistance. Please. Help us.
But what if that went differently? Hey, I'm Will Doyle, Creative Director on Directive 8020, and I'm here to share with you a new feature that we've added for the first time in a Dark Pictures game. Turning Points is a new narrative system which allows you to go back and change the outcome of your choices. As with all our games, Directive 8020 has a branching story with multiple endings. You'll be able to track the choices and paths that you've taken.
Oh, like the guy, like the other game.
Paths that link to each of the major decisions that you've made. With
Like the
Turning
other
Points,
game.
You can rewind to a pivotal point or decision, collect missing
Detroit.
collectibles, or see how different choices would have played out. By the same token, your actions matter in our games. If you want to live by your decisions, there's also a survivor mode setting that prevents you from rewinding.
Aw, I'm glad you guys
but
like
still lets you view the decision
poggers.
tree. Turning Points will be available both digitally and physically for all copies of the game from when you start your very first mission.
Directive 8020 introduces the ability to rewind and change your choices to see the consequences in each branching path.
It's coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2025, and if it's not on your wish list already, go fix that.
Our next game is just as scary, but for entirely different reasons.
Why?
Cairn is a death-defying climbing simulator with a meticulous control
Climbing
scheme.
sim.
Here's the game bakers to tell you more.
Cairn is what we call a survival climber.
Oh my god, shut the
Your
fuck
goal
up.
is to climb a mountain.
Oh, sorry.
And reach a summit no one has ever conquered. You can climb almost anywhere.
I
and the
just
climbing
can't
mechanics
stand
are
the
highly
devs
realistic.
constantly yapping to me
need to
about what the
carefully
game
manage
is
your
instead of
balance and
letting
stamina.
me see the game and
Make a
experience
mistake,
it.
and
They
you'll fall
all
and
have
get
to.
hurt.
They always have
For
to
the first
fucking
time,
yap at me.
We are also showing what it's like to climb at high altitudes.
What? It's the truth. It's annoying.
When you get up there, you'll face ice walls that require you to use ice axes and spikes. But don't think you can just jam your tools into the ice. Ice climbing is precise. You'll need to aim for cracks and edges to get a solid grip. Cairn's realistic climbing system also supports mixed climbing. That means you can have one hand on the rock and the other using an ice tool. It's up to you to read the rock face and choose the most strategic route to the top. Cairn is coming up on PlayStation 5 and Steam later this year. You can already give it a try.
How do you spell it?
Demo available on PC and PS5.
Cairn. I'm gonna play it, but I wish they would stop yapping to me about the games.
And PC later this year, and you can also check out a free demo on both platforms after the show. What's next, Matt?
We're mixing things up with a double bill of trailers. Here are two great games from our friends at Quali.
Oh my god, she has no fucking clothes on. Why do they have her naked? Coomer Dev, who was addicted to Resident Evil. Hell yeah. I haven't heard some air horns in a minute. Coomer Evil. Coomer Resident Evil. With dinosaurs. No, she has pants on, guys. It's not Coomer. It just looks like she doesn't have pants on whenever you're playing the game. And it looks like she has the big thong on whenever you're playing the game. But it's actually not a thong. It's actually just part of her pants. Yeah, fucking kick that shit. Yeah, kick into it. Beat its ass. Pixel ass. Pixel games kind of make me feel sick. I don't know why they give me motion sickness. Not many things give me motion sickness, but pixel games, I think it's because they're all jittery. Am I the only one who has that?
HARK the Ghoul and Ground Zero are both coming soon to PC. What's up next, Laura?
We're taking a look
JoJo
at
has
a game
that? Yeah.
called Hela.
It's only it's like pixel games specifically that do that. It's like jittery and shaky, and it makes me feel like sick to my stomach. It's like when I look at something with 2 FPS, it makes me feel sick. Oh my god. Ratatouille. I've never thrown up for him in the game, but I've gotten like nauseous from car rides and boats. I've gotten nauseous from car rides even if I don't look at my phone. Stuart Little? Stuart Little was rich, bruh. He would not be out here on this kind of adventure. Stuart Little lived in the rich preppy ass fucking environment. Nice. He was an orphan? He was adopted young. He was the thug? Stuart Little had a fucking car, bro. Gifted to him from his parents. You can't be a thug and have a car gifted to you from your
Hela
parents.
is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, so give it a wish list on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Moving swiftly on, it's time for a look at Luto. This is a psychological thriller where the protagonist is trapped inside their own home.
Oh, just like Visage. It's Visage.
Peggy 18.
Guys, just like Visage. Oh my god, it's exactly like Visage!
What is real and what isn't?
Holy shit!
Do you trust what you see? What you hear? What happens when everything starts to feel wrong?
You know the game yesterday they were like Doki Doki Literature Club meets Silent Hill, right?
Like a trick.
They should have just said kind of like Visage a little bit, but not really. And then they should have schizoed about the tomatoes. It's like PT? I don't know, this feels a little Visage-y. I didn't play PT though.
How much longer are you going to pretend to ignore it? Don't do it. Don't let him get you again.
Huh?
Luto is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox. In the meantime,
I thought they only put out a demo for PT. They never actually play it. You couldn't actually play it.
Time again, and this next reveal arrives with an introduction from a very special someone.
Yeah, it was like 20 minutes of a demo.
Hello everyone. I'm excited to be a
So
part of
PT was probably what made Visage, right? So this is 10 years ago.
There are so many amazing games coming out, and I'm very happy that I
And
have
Visage
a bit
came
more time
out
to
7
play them
years
these
ago.
days. As
So
many
it
of
must have
you
inspired
know,
it.
I have been a huge fan of the work of Anytreans. Synapse is my favorite VR game of all time, and I'm honored to present this new
Battle Royale.
groundbreaking title from the team. If you
I
are
love that
at
movie.
Summer Game Fest, I shall see you on the show floor at the Endreams booth. So, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Reach.
Nice job. It's VR? They put arms? And bodies? Whoa, whoa, whoa. How do you play this in VR? I don't know, this looks dope for a VR game. Holy. This looks dope for a regular game. VR, wow. I like that they didn't give a fuck about if it was gonna make people motion sick or like how difficult it'd be to learn.
Reach is an ambitious virtual reality action adventure coming to PSVR, Steam, and MetaQuest in 2025.
Okay, Matt. It's time to check in with everybody's favorite depressed and recently divorced duck.
Oh, yes. It could only be the Duck Detective.
He may have cracked the mystery of the secret salami. But when
Listen,
you're
nobody in
back
this chat box needs to talk about other people contributing to society, okay?
I'm used to the cold embrace of loneliness, and this vacation will be the end of me.
Hi, I'm Annika.
And I'm Johnny. We're Happy Broccoli Games based in Berlin, Germany.
Our newest game is Duck Detective, the Ghost of Glamping, where you are the one and only duck detective, a depressed and recently divorced duck who must quack the case.
Inspect
It's already
evidence,
out.
make deductions, and solve this no-murder mystery.
It came out
To the
fucking
annoyance of the
May
duck
22.
detective, he is joined by
Can
a
you
new
guys wait
partner
until
in
after the
solving
fucking
the
Games
crime.
Fest to
Freddy
launch your
and
game?
Jack work together to unravel the truth and nibble on the crumbs of justice. Right now, we're working on a simplified Chinese language update that is coming out later this year.
We're very excited for you to play. The game is out on Steam, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One.
Yeah,
and Series
why is it
XS,
Future
and
Games
PlayStation
Fest if
5.
it's already
Thanks
out?
for watching, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Also, I can't find the VR game. Oh, it's called...
The Ghost of Glamping!
Duck Detective, the Ghost of Glamping, has already waddled its
Is
way
this
on PC and consoles, so go check it out if you haven't already.
Okay, we've had plenty of exciting premises so far. But how about a
find it.
rhythm roguelike from the maestros behind Patapon? Get on
Roguelike?
your dancing
Whoa.
shoes, folks, because Ratatan is up next.
It's not Steam? It is! They said it was gonna be on Steam. They said! If I play this game and the entirety of the game is gonna be them screaming song in baby voice in my ears, I might have a mental breakdown. It is gonna be them baby voice singing in my ear the entire game. But at least they don't have the dev yapping over it, so I'll give it a chance probably. I can always mute the music.
Ratatan is coming to Steam Early Access on
It's
July
important?
25th, but there's a free demo available on Steam if you want to give it a try.
And we're following that bombshell with a new trailer for Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile. An interactive 70s twist on the beloved detective mystery.
It's a rhythm game?
Oh.
It can't be. It's Hercule Poirot.
Monsieur Poirot, I guess you know why I asked you to come.
What do you suggest I do? And can you confirm that all the passengers are present for the meal?
Yes, we keep the list. Everyone is here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to disrupt what promised to be a beautiful day. But I have some terrible news.
No.
But we must stay calm if we want to find the culprit. I have a small idea of the situation.
I'm May Leach. My, you got here quickly. I've just finished my latest case.
2 detectives, 2 investigations.
Let's see what I can find.
But someone is lying to me.
Oh.
It is a big case, Miss Royce. A dangerous one.
Code, thank you so much for the 5 months of subscribe.
Thank you, Mr. Poirot. I'm now going to search each of you. Then there's still time to stop them before they strike again.
Tomorrow, the day at least is here. Every question must have its answer.
I like detective games.
Agatha Christie Death on the Nile is coming to PC and consoles in September of 2025, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Okay, I don't want to build up this next trailer too much, but let's just say...
I've never listed anything on the Epic, wishlisted anything on the Epic Game Store. Not even once. Shitty, thank you so much for the 10 months of subscribe. Thank you. Oh, what is this? Scooby? House Flipper Scooby-Doo edition? They know how to get me to play House Flipper.
Soinks, Laura! House Flipper 2 Scooby-Doo is meddling its way onto PC and consoles this Scootober.
Now we're starting to close in on the end of the show, but not before we show you our final ones to watch deep dive.
Our team behind the scenes visited the Hangar 13 office for an exclusive insight into Mafia, the Old Country. Here's all the gory details.
No. I'm already gonna play the game. Don't yab at me about it.
Mafia, the Old Country is both a prequel to the original Mafia trilogy, and it also sets things up for what might be to come in the future, going back to 1900s Sicily, so the birth of not just the Mafia game, but also the actual Mafia
This
itself.
makes me want to play
where
Black
organised
Desert
crime
Online.
first really came from.
In Mafia the Old Country, you play as a character called Enzo Favara, who's an upcoming gangster trying to make his way in the Sicilian Mafia.
As a child, he's worked in the sulfur mines, sold there by his parents, a really horrible...
Yeah, they've been in every single one of the events.
So he doesn't know family, he doesn't really know love. He escapes, he falls in with the Teresi.
You know what? I think you make a
and then this
much
game really,
better
the story
impact.
shows his rise through the ranks as he goes from being
If you
this
just
impoverished
hype
young
up that
man
you
to
might make a
made
game,
man.
For Mafia the Old Country, we
and then
moved to
don't
Unreal
show
Engine
anything,
5,
just say,
which
yeah, we
has
might be
really
making
enabled
this
us to
game
do
that you guys
incredible
really
things with
want.
the characters, with the
And then wait till the
landscapes,
very
with the
end,
cinematics,
and then
every
show the
single
trailer for
aspect
the
of
game,
has
but only for a
undergone
little bit.
Significant
Only for a
graphical
few
upgrade.
seconds.
Mafia's always been about pushing the technology of its day
30
to
seconds,
do
you
the
get-
best in cinematic
you get
storytelling
1 minute,
and
50
exciting
seconds.
narrative gameplay. It really makes what's already an
The
emotional
Rockstar
story
strat, yeah, and
even
now
more
don't talk about it
emotional
anymore.
and
Don't talk about it
meaningful.
for 2
We've
years.
been able to capture incredible nuances in the mocap, in the acting, in all of the character performances.
Battlefield
It's really
3?
helped us to bring our story to life. And as a little taste of what's in store, we've got a cinematic to show which shows a key moment in Enzo's story.
Battlefield 2 came out in 2005. Battlefield 3 came out in 2011. Battlefield 5 came out in 2018. Why are you guys asking for Battlefield 3? Oh, Battlefront. Oops. No, they won't make Battlefront 3. Battlefront flop was Battlefront flop.
All of the men in this room are bound by blood.
Battlefront 2 was a huge flop.
This is a family.
On release, and got
In this family, we follow a code of honor.
with too many pay-to-win elements and made the entire gaming community pissed off, and then EA is too corpo to want to do it
Because
again.
of your deeds and the assertions of those who stand at your side. This life is one of secrecy.
Fans are pretty certain that the likelihood of EA producing Star Wars Battlefront 3 is now less than 0.
They must not know about our thing. It is binding.
Shit.
It is not forgiving.
Oh, shit.
To betray one is to betray all. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
Yes. I do.
Then, before the eyes of all here present,
Blink! Blink! Why don't they blink? Oh my god, they finally blinked.
To become a man of honor, repeat these words. I swear my loyalty to this family.
I swear my loyalty to this family.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
No one ever wants to talk about the irony of using religious symbols while being affiliated into gang activity.
Salud.
Salud.
Not anymore, buddy. Okay. First of all, Christianity isn't even #1 religion. I'm almost positive Buddhism and Hinduism more people.
For PC, PlayStation,
and it's barely even a gang. Like, when was the Crusades? The 1400s?
You haven't seen it all over
yeah, but if I say the other one, Twitch will ban me.
Brawler where you solve puzzles and crush enemies across 3
I think Buddhism is the biggest religion. Right? No, Islam. Islam is the biggest religion.
Hey, what's up?
Buddhism. Okay.
Director at
Top religions.
Scattered around the globe. We're making our first game, Tenet of the Spark. The true
wow! Sorry. Christianity upticks in numbers. Christianity is now 2.3 billion, taking the #1 slot from Islam, which is only 1.9 billion, and Hinduism 1.2 billion. Buddhism falling down now, only to approximately 500 million. According to some AI generation I looked at.
To explore, deal with tricky enemy types, and solve puzzles. It also answers questions you thought you'd never ask.
I thought it was Islam for a long time.
Viking for the great grandpa. Or why did this train car turn into a giant rock? And the biggest question is, why did they risk a role with such a difficult project? Because we wanted to play a game where you can start with classic 1-2, then send your opponent across the arena with your hammer, switch again to pull this dude a little closer, hit him with a huge combo across all 3 timelines.
The hell are you?
And now we're making that game with the blood, sweat, and spark. Tenet of the Spark. You got it, right?
I got a little mini-me. Look. Watch up, watch up.
We're not dropping the release date yet because we want to do it right. But we can say it's coming to both PC and consoles. Follow and wishlist Tenet of the Spark on Steam.
Everyone's having a good day.
Go look at your family album. Maybe your grandpa was a badass like mine. You never know.
Thank you to Roar Games for the inside scoop on Tenet of the Spark. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, so pop it on your wish lists. All right, what have you got for us, Laura?
A first look at gameplay for GHOUL, Theater of Idols. This is a first-person horror shooter for fans of BioShock and Resident Evil. You fight creepy statues on a tormented island and use blood as your ammunition.
I'm gonna pre-order it right now.
Almighty Son, guide my path in this hour of darkness. As the shadows of the abyss close in, let your sacred light banish them. And if I am to fall, let my flesh turn to ash. So my soul may ascend to you.
Poor people love pain.
Consumed in your flames for all eternity, now and forever. Eriksholm.
Holy moly, that was good.
You're telling me. Eriksholm Theater of Idols is coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 later this year, and your Steam wish lists in just a few moments, probably.
I hate to say it, Matt, but I think we've arrived at the final trailer.
Okay, well, how do you want to do this?
Okay, I'm thinking we both look at
You know
the
what?
camera right there.
They're blurry on the
Sad.
Steam fucking page
But
too.
it's okay because that last trailer is really cool, and so the folks at home will be happy.
It's
and
just
we've done a good job,
blurry.
I think. So, does that work?
You know, sounds perfect to me. Please enjoy our final world premiere.
Ooh, I liked it.
Yeah, it's fun.
No, they would put
Welcome, sisters.
Overwatch
To these blessed
at BlizzCon.
You have been chosen, honored to the parish, to serve the will of Mother. So come, step forward. Let us see what flowers she's given us. Such radiant blooms. So full of promise. Now, I must confess a change in plans. You shan't be entering the garden today. Take heart, faithful ones. The garden must still be tended. And tonight, you will be sown!
No. Hold on. I've got something to show you.
No. Do not yap at me.
Ah, I bet you didn't expect that, did you?
No, but I didn't expect anything as I don't know what the fuck this game is about.
That was your first look at Ritual Tides, a terrifying odyssey where you tango with Lovecraftian terrors. Wishlist it now because it's coming soon to PC.
We'll have the full gameplay revealed during the next Future Games show in August, so mark your calendars for that. However, that does mean we've reached the very end of this year's...
Hear me out. Okay, Future
Don't
Game
go
Show
anywhere,
people.
though, because FGS Live from Los Angeles airs right after this, with even more exclusive trailers, developer deep dives, and world premieres.
We'd like to thank everybody who has
Whoa,
tuned
whoa,
in to
whoa,
the summer...
whoa. Future Game Show. How do you have two Future Game Shows back to back? This doesn't make sense.
The FGS YouTube channel.
I'm Matt Mercer.
And I'm Laura Bailey.
And this has been
the Future Game Show Summer Showcase 2025.
So does that mean there's another one? I did. So there's two? I think they'll accept.
What a Hollywood end ending to the Future Games Show Summer Showcase. Thank you very much to Matt and Laura for their amazing work.
What is this?
But it is not over yet. As you might be able to tell, there are some new stars in town.
Look, they have better quality for this one.
Amy Mallet, and welcome to FGS Live from Los Angeles.
Live.
We're bringing you today some exclusive new trailers, demo drops, release date announcements, and of course, world premieres.
How come it doesn't look like they're live streaming?
Exclusive. It is our very first world premiere.
Online multiplayer gameplay. All footage is from that. Whoa. Really? Oh! Sky whales. I haven't done the intro yet. All I did was say, "Are you ready?" multiple times, complain about chopsticks, and then get embarrassed about the fact that I had been screaming, "Are you ready?" while Felix came down brushing his teeth, looking at me with the funniest face. At least they didn't yap over the entire trailer. I did though. Sorry guys. Guardians of the Wind Sky. Wild Sky. I can't read.
Wait. So you're telling me that you can become a pirate?
How did they move from the fucking top of the mountain to outside the fucking theater? This is not live!
Still my beating heart. I can finally live out my dream of being a pirate.
Why are they pretending?
Fair. Well, anyway, Guardians of the Wild Sky is coming to PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. You can wishlist it now and sign up for the playtest.
Amazing.
Now, Jules, I don't want to shock you.
Good, because I do have a weak heart.
But our next game is a terrifying twist on an old-school classic. Ooh. Let's have a look at the multiplayer mode for System Shock 2's remaster.
Whoa.
Okie dokie. Atari game? I thought Atari went out of business.
I'll be the first to die. Did you kill him?
I shot him. He's still alive though.
Why is Meg in there?
To get out of that room, you're gonna have to push a button on the wall. Oh, okay, you jumped down. Okay. 2 broken ankles. I think those sorts.
There's probably a hypo for that.
I might have triggered 5 tropical roids. No.
Oh, this is a craft elevator.
This game looks fun. What game is this?
Like it wasn't designed for 4 players. Here comes. But it's... Oh.
Oh god.
Back to fail me again, insect.
$26? How am I gonna get all my friends to pay $26? They're in a whole different... They're Capitol Records! This is Capitol Records! Bro! This is not live! I'm starting to guess that this is not live.
Now, Jules, do you know what else is fun?
They're just fast?
Wearing it to fool their mates and then pretending to worship an eldritch god? That was actually exactly what I was going to say. How did you...
They have a car?
Oh.
Am I still here? There's still games to watch. What do you mean?
Necro fugitive, you are the monster. The
Nice.
nation of Avencia is at war. As the last surviving member of your cult, your deity has gifted you with unholy powers.
Nice.
Shapeshift through the kingdom, transform into enemies and deceive your foes.
You know what? I kind of like
Unleash
this.
chaos wherever you go. choose abilities on the skill tree, and create the ultimate heretic of your dreams.
I like this.
Go in stealth, go in combat, go however you want toward freedom. The choice is yours.
I like this.
Other games let you pet the dog. In this game, you can be the dog.
Whoa!
For the first time, we're announcing local co-op. Team up with a doppelganger and take Adventia by storm. Necrofugitive is coming to Kickstarter on June 24th. Pre-order now and get a free copy of Dead Man's Hand Card Roulette Action when you purchase the
Dead Man's Hand Card Roulette Action!
Demo available on Steam. Pre-order now.
You can't pre-order. I went to go look and it just said add to library, but it didn't give me an opportunity to pre-order. Bro, I'm telling you, they are not. I'm gonna freak out. Oh my god.
You have no idea, mate. Well, you're in luck because our next game is the Golden Joystick Award nominated Mini Motorways, which is bringing out a brand new game mode. Ooh, how exciting! Start your engines.
Don't be mean to people for being bald. Joe Rogan is bald. Oh my god, this is perfect. It's the worst part of City Skylines for me in a game, so I can practice this.
How does a game look both charming and tense at the same time? Oh, it's the look that I go for. It's called being socially anxious and a people pleaser. And fans of Mini Motorways will sure be pleased with that announcement, and you too can.
I wanted to play that game, but I looked it up in creative mode, and I don't see it.
Breathtaking art style and high octane action. This is Moros Protocol.
Moros Protocol. Okie dokie. This is just Doom. Why are you still here? What kind of fucking threat is that? Because I'm still alive? What's wrong with being alive? What do you mean?
Can you escape the confines of a decaying and deadly
Why are you still here?
when the Morose Protocol drops on PCs later this
You're scaring me.
year.
No, the sound is either excruciatingly loud or extremely low. I don't know what to tell you. It's not balanced, but I'll put it at +6 if you want.
I've got no chin whatsoever. I mean, hold on to those harrowing thoughts, because we're about to have an interview with developers Variable State for upcoming sci-fi horror Deepest Fear. Have you really got no chin? Like a turtle.
I keep typing in creative mode and it doesn't show
Hi,
up.
I'm Jonathan Burrows, creative director at Variable State. Right now, our team is working on Deepest Fear, a claustrophobic horror shooter in a retro-futuristic setting.
Bro, why
You
is
play Danny Carroll, survivor of a catastrophic disaster aboard an underwater habitat.
Mini
Bobbing of the ocean,
motorways,
a
thank you.
secret has been unearthed which throws mankind's future into jeopardy.
It was called Mini
You discover
Motorways.
ways to
Why they
develop
keep
a
calling
sinister
it
project
creative
and
mode?
uncover
I'm gonna
mystery both
freak
deeply personal
out.
and profound in its implications. The game is an immersive sim with Metroidvania level design. It's a spiritual successor to games like System Shock 2 and Prey 2017. What distinguishes Deepest Fear from similar titles is its unique focus on real-time fluid simulation.
It's a game mode in the game.
Deepest
Why
Fear
would you
looks
call
and
the
behaves in
game mode
physically
in the
accurate ways.
game
It flows over surfaces
thing
and
to,
floods
like,
environments,
you want people to
conducts
look up your
electricity
game,
and
right?
transfers heat. It knocks
Shouldn't
off
the
your feet
main
with
thing that
surging
you
currents and
say
deadly
be the
vortexes.
game name
And it can be
and then
manipulated by creating dams,
slightly...
locking down compartments, and using tools and equipment unique to our sci-fi setting.
I don't care. I
And
don't
more
even
than
care.
that, a deadly pathogen has infected
Mention
the ocean
the fact
itself,
that it's called...
creating a
Oh,
primordial
and
soup for
the game
violent
mode, by the
entities
way, is called
spontaneously
the
manifest from.
creative
Every
mode.
puddle, leak, or water source is a potential spawn point for an entity to strike.
If they're at this game
Some of the
show, which is
greatest
7
stories ever
levels
told
below
in games have
me,
come from the horror genre.
they're expecting any
Our
new
ambition is for
players.
Deepest Fear to sit alongside these great works. Success is not guaranteed, but we know our commitment to quality and creativity are second to none. We would accept nothing less than to make the best game possible with the resources we have
Devs
available.
love motion
So
blur.
expect
I don't know
AAA
why
quality weapon
devs
feel,
are
expect creative,
devs just
strategic
love
and AI
motion blur.
behaviors,
You can't find a
expect
dev that doesn't go,
customizable controls,
oh man,
expect
motion
high,
blur.
stable frame rates across a
I
range of
hate
hardware
motion blur.
specs.
Every
For now,
dev just
Deepest
has a
Fear is coming
fucking hard on
exclusively
for
to
it.
Steam. If you'd like to see the game on other platforms, please let those platform holders know. We want it too. As for Deepest Fear's development, we'll have more to share about the game in the coming months. Please, please wishlist the game on Steam if you like what you see. We want Deepest Fear to be the next great immersive sim, and your
It's just
enthusiasm
devs that love it.
energizes our creativity.
I think it's
So
because
please
they think it
spread
makes the
word,
game
tell
look
your
more
friends,
cinematic, but it
talk about
doesn't.
the game on social media.
It just makes everything look
It
silly.
really helps more than you can imagine.
I like motion blur in my games because it
Enjoy
makes
the
it
rest
look
of the
more
show.
cinematic.
Scary stuff indeed, my friends.
So funny, the timing is so funny. Bro, they're wearing different clothing this time. There's no way this is
Right
live.
now would be most welcome. I am getting crispy in the LA sun.
Yeah, tell me about it. Even though I've got Factor 1000 liberally applied all over my body, I am burning up.
Lib.
In fact, I'm going to need to take a breather for a bit, if that's okay.
That's absolutely fine. In fact, our next game is both an action-packed RPG and an idle game, which for those of you who don't know, is a game where you can literally play it half asleep with your hand on the mouse.
All they had to do was just say a couple of things at every place they wanted to go visit, and then it's a tax deductible. They get to go do that, and then they get to go on an adventure at the places they went to. Dean's World was called Dean's World on the game. It's not made for Dean, right? I'm pretty sure Dean in GTA 5 it's just called Dean's World, right? No? It wasn't? Oh, really? Oh. I had no idea. I just thought they'd named the thing. Who's Dean? Is it the guy from the dev? That one guy? The dev? You can't say his name? Why? What is he, Voldemort? Dean. Berserk, I see. It's like Metro Boy. Remade. Rip, no pixel access. He's the Voldemort. Broken. Volume
ahead of its launch later this year. Now, prepare thy ears, Julian, because next we have a glorious coming-of-age adventure that doesn't just feature a bopping soundtrack. Okay. The bopping soundtrack is woven
Is that the
into
guy?
the gameplay. Here's Mixtape.
Oh.
What are we doing? Hanging out, getting buzzed.
This game.
Mixtape is a coming-of-age action-adventure game about three friends on their
I'll be on the stand too. Good try. I'm pretty sure they're both Australian, right? So who gives a fuck? What are they gonna do? Make me go to Australia?
A whole bunch of incredible
Wait,
music.
really?
And through gameplay, through music, you relive
Isn't Coil
their
Australian?
finest hours.
It felt important at the time.
The music is a mixtape, and so is the gameplay. There's everything from skateboarding to pulling slushies. There's an amazing.
Do you know how laws work,
toilet
Aiko?
paper
I don't know how
house.
lawsuits
And let
work
me
because
just
I
say,
haven't
I
lawsuited
just wanna say
anyone
our
before.
Toilet paper tech is second to none. The way you can toilet paper that house, I'm extremely proud of. And you know, a Grand Theft
Wait, his
Auto,
name is
nothing-
Dean's
nothing
World?
toilet paper tech.
Mom, who is it? One moment. It's the pigs, darling.
I think one of the things I enjoyed most about making the game was collating the soundtrack.
Oh, DWJFT. I see.
Of how to get that
This is-
music.
I see.
I'm not saying
Thank
it
you.
was The Cure, but I remember
No,
we
it's
were trying to
game
get one
name,
song,
chat.
and one of the people who owned the copyright was up a mountain, and we had to like send a Sherpa to go and find these guys so we could get the rights to Plain Song by The Cure. So that
I'm not
was
gonna go in it. They can try and fucking lawsuit me, bro. I'm not showing up. Let them try and find me.
I think if you really love hangout movies like Dazed and Confused or Ferris
I don't check the mail anyway.
or you're
What are they
really
gonna do?
into Wayne's World, I think that a lot of those references that you will get into Mixtape. And I think game-wise, it's hard to draw some comparisons to what it is. I think it's a weird mishmash of different things. I think maybe like What Remains of Edith Finch is something you could draw on. Obviously, it's tonally whiplash from that game. But like I said, it's a mixtape of craziness of music, of different emotions, of different eras even, and a different gameplay. Mixtape, it's coming very soon, wishlisted on Steam.
That's only for criminal cases. That's not for civil.
Game Pass Day 1, PlayStation.
You don't have to go to civil
Epic,
cases.
Wherever. Sega Dreamcast, please go out and play it. Thanks very much.
Mixtape. There have been noise complaints.
Okay.
Featuring an ear-tickling soundtrack of absolute bangers, Mixtape is coming to PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series later this year. They had me at toilet roll TPing a house. Not enough games.
They'd have to subpoena me. If they subpoena me, that means they'd have to know that I was informed. The only way they'd have to know I was informed is if they have somebody serve me with the papers face to face. I'm not answering the door. They can't subpoena me. They can suck my balls. I'll be in Canada.
After all, jewels. The crown jewels. Oh, the puns.
Also, what?
Well, luckily for us, the next game that we're going to be talking about, Thrive Heavy Lies the Crown, is a medieval monarch simulator.
One chat message in, you know.
Take a look.
Bro, because I said Dean, they're not gonna subpoena me about saying Dean. You guys are just being silly. Dean, 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 Dean. So this is like I own my own kingdom, and then what? Rule as a tyrant? Oh my god, there's Dino. Trebuchet. Sure, whatever. Thrive, it's on the list. $27.99?
Heavy Lies the Crown is out now in early access, and if you play it, you too can build your own medieval legacy. Amy,
holy.
what are you doing?
I'm practicing my breach and clear maneuvers, Jules.
Right, that seems like the obvious time to do that.
It actually is, because in our next game, you and up to 3 friends can take part in police raids as a crack team of operatives. This is Phantom Squad.
Oh my god, please stop with the screen shake. Oh my god. Flash, screen shake, flash. Weird cut, flash, effect. Hey, are you looking at our game yet? You looking? You looking at the fucking game? Like, bro, calm down.
Looks intense. It really does, and you can get ready to clear, breach, and detain sooner than you think, because Phantom Squad has a demo out right now, Jules.
Oh, lovely stuff. Well, I'll tell you what, let's keep the action going, because now we're going to chat to Rogue Factor and their upcoming game, Hell Is Us. They took us on a lovely studio tour and gave us a developer interview, which is coming up right now.
So Hell Is Us, in terms of genre, for me, is just an adventure game. And I truly mean this in the sense that you're going to go live an adventure with a very strong emphasis on exploration and discovery with absolutely no hand-holding. And it's kind of 50% exploration, 50% combat, so third-person melee combat with medieval weapons, even though it takes place in the modern era. There's a whole story behind that, of course. And yeah, I mean, you're by yourself and you need to figure out what's going on and go on investigations and fight your way through at the same time.
The only way you can fight the ghost is not with bullets.
I'll talk about the dungeons in Hell Is Us and what they mean and why they're there. They're so linked to the story and the lore and the deep history of the country and why all that stuff is happening without spoiling anything. And they're tremendously at the center of your golden path and what you need to achieve. I don't want the dungeons to be in modern environments as well, like an abandoned warehouse or an abandoned metro station. I still wanted the dungeons to be like, you feel like you're Indiana Jones, you know what I mean? And you need to go through them, and there's puzzles, and there's things to figure out. There's side stuff in them as well, and there are main challenges at the end, which were not always necessarily like a boss fight related, but there's always like a bit of an eclectic thing happening at the end. Obviously, we're a very small team for a game this big. Like, we reach maybe 55 people. So the dungeons, they're not all of them as complex as some, like, all the time. And yeah, it's just this good old thing of like, there's dungeons in this game. You know what I mean? Like, even though if it's not your main minute-to-minute thing, they're there.
Made on Dreams? What does that mean? This guy gets a talking in the chat.
Supernatural world of Hideo when Hell Is Us drops for current gen consoles and PC on September the 5th.
Equalize the volume. Equalize.
I'm so excited for Hell Is Us. Up next we have a self-announced love letter to the Souls-like series and the merciless
Equalize the
combat
volume.
and esoteric storytelling
Equalize
that
the
fans have learned to love
volume.
and cry relentlessly about. This is Prison of Husks.
You coveted my heart and life, which is so secure.
I just don't have the nostalgia vibe for those kind of games.
Prison of Husks right now on Steam. There's a free demo.
Now, fresh off of its recent announcement, we're off to the strange world of Davy X. Jones, which, if you've not seen, is basically like if Doom was mixed with pirates. And yes, I love everything about that. Yarr!
We're Parasite, a studio of industry veterans behind the critically acclaimed Blacktail. And this is your first dive into the Locker, our new world, the surreal pirate underworld of Davy X. Jones. Welcome to a fresh take on the legend, where story fuels action and death is just the beginning. Betrayed, robbed, and beheaded, pirate captain Davy Jones sinks to the Locker, a seafarer's afterlife. Now, it's time for revenge. With your body and your talking skull fighting side by side.
This game looks cool. It'd be nice if the dev wasn't yapping over it.
One hell of a journey. In Davy X. Jones, you'll explore 9 islands floating in an infinite sea of clouds, each with its own unexpected challenges and unique secrets to
Unexpected challenges and unique secrets? Wow, I've never heard that before. I can't wait to see.
First-person combat with sword, gun, and grappling hook as you fight your way back into legend, one behemoth at a time. Fast, fluid, and fierce, Davy X. Jones brings classic pirate fantasy to life with a twisted edge. It's bold and powered by dark humor, all wrapped in a world as strange as it is stunning. Ready to jump in? You won't have to wait long. Play Davy X. Jones demo during Steam Next Fest. Wishlist now, spread the word, and get ready to become the devil himself.
It looks good, but the issue is like, bro, they don't need a yap over everything.
Greatest pirate of them all. That's right, Captain Davy and Jones. What? You think we need one more? You think we need one more?
Because the way that they yapped over the guy talking, the head, the skull thing, I thought he was going to be some like super annoying, quippy character that doesn't STFU. But when I hear him talk, it wasn't that bad. So, like, they kind of just fucked themselves over by having me use my imagination on that.
Grim. Try surviving on the hostile landscape of Mars. Here's Blind Descent.
You're finally awake. I recommend initiating a scan of your surroundings.
Like Subnautica, but on a different planet.
You are 10 miles below the Martian surface. No signals detected. As your AI assistant, I advise immediate adaptation.
Aw, this is a game for me for sure.
Becoming a part of the ecosystem is essential for long-term survival.
Yeah, it looks good.
Chance of escape non-zero. Chance of locating other crew members non-zero.
Non-zero.
Some may still be alive.
Whoa. Clearly inspired by Subnautica, but I don't care because I like that genre.
Blind Descent will be coming to early access for PC very shortly, and you can wishlist the game right now. But let's change pace as we talk about how rubbish dating is.
Oh my god, mate. All the apps are rubbish. Sometimes I wish I could just date my PS5.
Well, luckily for you, I've got just the game for you, because we're going to be talking about Date Everything, a dating simulator in which you can literally date everything. We're talking lusty lampshades and saucy sauce pots. It's quite something.
And we're going to throw it back to Matthew and Laura, who starred in the game, to tell us what it was like turning inanimate objects into intimate objects with just their mouths. That sounded better in my head.
No, it didn't. Roll the footage.
Hello, you pathetic, worthless little wretch.
What can you tell me about
I'll consider it.
Date everything.
Was that burp? Date everything. So sorry.
You can date Matt's burp.
Probably that's the DLC.
Date everything. I play a laundry hamper. She's possessive, and it's an unhealthy relationship, but you should totally try it out.
Maybe you can fix her.
Yeah, maybe. What about you?
I play Chance, the D20.
Oh my god, they're wearing the same clothes as the game thing? Maybe it is live. Oh wait, no, they're not wearing the same clothes. Never mind. It's just the same
put so many people in this game.
And it's so well written.
What are these
Really, because it was so much fun.
It's rare that someone comes out with a game that ends a genre. Because I don't know what you date from this point forward in games. Where you can date everything.
You can date your existentialism, can't you?
Oh yeah, among other. I know a few things that you can unlock.
I'm not really into the dating sims kind of thing.
Play it. It's coming out soon.
It's gonna be really fun.
So good. The
I never played the Date KFC, man.
It's so well done.
What's up, baby? That's a fantastic red shirt you've got. Glad it doesn't cover your sweet ass.
Date everything.
It is like nothing I have ever known before or since.
Thank you very much to Matt and Laura for that wonderful take on this very strange game.
Who are all those people in the background? What are they doing?
A much bigger interview.
They're in a line.
Channel soon with the lovely Matthew Mercer and Laura.
What are they
so
doing?
Subscribe for that.
And you too can date everything when the game drops on June the 17th for Xbox Series
What is
X
happening?
and S, PS5, Nintendo Switch, and of course, PC.
Now, sticking with the theme of looking at your home in a different way, we're going to have a little look at brain-tickling puzzler
Zombies.
House of Tesla.
Oh my god. Just like the car. Just kidding. I'm just kidding, I know. I'm joking. I like puzzle games. I actually don't want to look because it's telling me all the puzzles. Finish Blue Prince? I would, but today I am playing Minecraft.
I mean, I struggle to change a bloody light bulb in my house, so I've got no chance with that game. However, you too can feel illuminated mentally when House of Tesla drops on Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC.
I do want to play LA Noire.
Now,
It
Jules,
is my
think
list.
fast. What's next?
I just told you my brain no work good. Topless dog poker.
Oh, I wish.
What?
It's another world premiere.
Oh, that was like my fifth guess.
Enjoy.
Hope. That's my name.
Are you playing
My home is
Tarkov
in the
today?
city of Shenyang. It's beautiful. And I've always felt safe here.
Why would I play Tarkov?
But that's all about to change. I live with my parents in a small apartment downtown. Or I did. I'm home. Mom? Dad? Anyone here? What happened? I need to find my parents. But how can I if I don't even know why they disappeared?
Gotta go to the
People here are
police.
scared and don't want to get involved. but at least some are willing to talk.
Detective game.
I don't know where this is leading me, but every clue reveals more of the city's darkest secrets. No matter what, I have to find my parents.
It'd be nice if they put like in the corner in these shows like the name of the game.
Still have hope.
And that was the world premiere cinematic trailer for
Bro, I went to one of those. I went to medieval times with my grandma and my
If you
mom.
like what you saw, wish this now on Steam. Now, with our next game, we're traveling back in
And
time
my little
to
brother.
medieval legacies of sword fighting and, of course, bardcore music. Is it called Rhythm of the Night? No. A Hard Day's Night? No. All night long? Are you done? Never. Roll the clip. Night Fever? No.
Since we've got all the
According
time
to
in the
my
let me tell you a story about King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table.
according to my list,
It was a mythical time when being a knight really
my
meant
top
something.
watchers
For them,
are two lurkers that don't talk in the
was
chat.
worth even more than life. But they knew how to spare their adversary when he deserved it.
Those are my biggest
They
fans.
courageously confronted the treacherous
I won't call them out.
and deceitful.
I don't think they're bots.
And delivered justice to the poor and
might be, though.
oppressed. They served their king and queen loyally.
Nope.
In war
Not
and in peace.
not a bot for the first one.
Because they knew that their sovereigns would support them in return when they needed it.
Not a
Magic
bot for the
was
second one.
everywhere. And fairies, dragons, and giants
This one
were
might be a
part
bot.
of every great adventure. Above all, it was a time when the strength of warriors came from love.
This one's not following, so it's probably a bot. Alright, then that makes Weapon my second biggest fan.
Because when reality is nothing but lies, violence, and injustice, it is wise to turn to legends for hope.
This isn't a game for me, but I feel like it'd be a good game for Meg for some reason. I don't know why. No, the first one's not a bot. Because it's not. The first one has been following me since roleplay, so I know for a fact they're not a bot.
I know loads of people are excited about, especially this guy. Yep. We spoke to the devs behind Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault.
The roleplay day, so I know. Has upgraded glasses. Let him see in the smoke, so he can carry.
We've been like
I
working a lot
see.
in Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault, and we are so happy that it's coming outside soon. Moonlighter 2 is basically the direct sequel to the first one, and you are a little merchant that used to get into trouble, and you will experience like classic fantasy adventures, so seen in many video games, but as the role of a merchant that has to take care of a shop and survive.
This is a game for
what
me.
we tried with Moonlighter 2 is bring everything that made it special, the first one, and try to upgrade it, update it, make it more polished, more fitting, and we are trying to make new and old players come back and enjoy a lot like the world and the game that we made for them. So yeah, I hope we made it.
Already, a lot of people already love it, and this time
It's
we
called
are going
Moonlighter.
more rogue, we are going 3D, we are going
It's already on my
into a
wish
whole new
list.
dimension of quality and ambition. Honestly, the thing I'm more excited to see people trying and to try it myself when the game is fully.
I must have looked at this and went, "Oh, that's a game for me" at one point,
I already love all the Zelda
and put it on my
nods,
wish
even
list.
the-
I
the
just don't
first game,
remember
but this time
when.
you can feel that there's a new combat system, a more deeper system in there, like with the perks that we also have in the dungeons, that you can really create and experiment in a lot more ways than in the first game, and I'm really excited to try that. I think that if you love Hades and how it's played, and you grew up playing Wind Waker, you have the perfect tiling here. Moonlighter 2 is coming to
Okay,
PC,
Hades meets
PlayStation,
Wind
and
Waker,
Xbox
that's cool.
Series this summer, so I can't wait for you to try it.
Tell me, little merchant, how much can you take?
Why did it get so loud all of a sudden? Equalization in sound is so difficult for everybody nowadays. I don't understand.
Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault, is coming to PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox Series this summer.
Fantastic stuff. Now, Amy, how do you fancy revealing another release date for another game?
Oh, go on then.
Okay, well, here's the official release date trailer for upcoming quirky action rhythm puzzle platformer Antro.
Antro.
I am the guilt of the consequence of everything that was destroyed. I gave myself to work. Work frees us from all guilt. I surrender to El Salva. El Salva watches over us. I surrender to La Cupola. La Cupola provides. Only then will we see the sun. Only then will we see the sun.
I want to make a complaint. I feel like a lot of games nowadays don't have a lot of story. Like, impactful, crazy story that gets me super invested. And changes my life. I feel like I'm seeing less of that. And a lot of games are just kind of games, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But I miss the idea of stories being in video games.
And PC on the 27th of June. If you're keen, wishlist it now and have a bash at the free demo.
Now, Amy, I've got a question for you. How do you feel about clowns?
Absolutely not.
Ah, that is a shame, because we're actually going to be talking about Terrify, the arcade game, an old-school beat-em-up side-scrolling title, and it stars everyone's favourite murderous clown, Art. Plus, it's co-op, so we can play it together.
How about I watch you play from behind a pillow?
Oh, I was hoping that you take charge. I'm terrified too.
Yeah, I never watched anyone play Soma, and I've never played it, and I have it, so I might as well. I just haven't gotten to a chance. Maybe when I get to Canada, we'll do it. I won't play Expedition 33. I haven't watched anyone play it either. I think it might be a game I go back to later. Once everybody's over it, then I'll probably play it. That's when I like playing games. Like 4 years later.
Clown is a classy man, if you ask me. I also take a bin bag on a night out.
I've told you about that. That's just weird. Why do you... Anyway, Terrify, the arcade game, is coming to PC and consoles very soon, and of course, it's going to be invading your nightmares as well.
Now, I reckon I can sell you, Jules, on our next game in 6 words.
Absolutely impossible, but go on.
Bears and giraffes in mech suits.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Roll that trailer. Roll that trailer.
Listen up, rookie! You think you've got what it takes to survive?
I'm equalizing the volume in real time. I hope you guys care about that.
Upgrade. Unleash the ultimate machine. Rewrite the battlefield. Again, and again! So choose your
Oh my god, Final Fantasy X remake? That would be great.
Lock your lockdown. This is Animal Stars Arena.
Battle mechs. Kickstarter.
I tell you what, those mechs are so cute and adorable that I just want to collect them all and sit in my studio painting them for hours at a time.
May, your Warhammer's really showing.
It really, really is, and I do not apologise. That was the latest exclusive trailer for Animo Stars Arena.
If you liked it, make some noise!
Boo, boo,
But
boo.
also, go to their Kickstarter and wishlist it on Steam. It really helps the devs out.
It really does indeed. Now, the next game that we're going to be talking about is a bit of you, my friend, because it is a time-travelling murder mystery, and it is deliciously weird.
You really know me!
I do indeed, and it's also a world premiere. Enjoy.
World premiere! Why didn't they just make all of this a part of one show? Why do they have a second show? Why didn't they just like make it one show? I don't understand. Nope. No, it's just a fucking... I don't know if they pay for it. This might be VR. I would like this game if they didn't make every single character super fucking annoying.
I'm not quite sure what I just watched, but I do know that I need to play it immediately.
Well, what you did actually watch was Dead Watch, a quirky comedic horror puzzle game that's dropping for PC in 2026. Ames, you still with me?
I'm just wishlisting Dead Watch on Steam.
Ah, right, okay, fair enough.
There we go. Right, that's done. Where are we off to next?
We are going to an 80s fictional abandoned paradise.
I've had worse holidays, mate.
Yeah.
My uncle. He taught me how to see the world. How to listen.
Not well,
when
because it's all pixelated, bro.
The only thing he ever feared was me, following in his footsteps. But when it's all said and done, he'll be glad I did.
Oh, no, 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 no!
Right. Please work. I'm gonna need you.
Dark times we're in, eh?
I'll play it.
Don't go thinking you're a hero, kid.
I'm not a huge pixel fan, but I do like this so far. Very good puzzle-y. Very, very pretty. It's not annoying pixelation. It's fine.
Your uncle is a dangerous man, Miss Ravenstone.
If you're hearing this, you're already a part.
Yeah, I don't think it looks too bad. Dim Haven: The Lost Source.
That was the latest trailer for Dim Haven: The Lost Source, a narrative-driven puzzle adventure game, and
2026
what the hell are you
quarter
doing?
one.
Well, our Uber driver's cancelled again.
Right.
We've got to get back to the hotel somehow, so I'm calling a sandworm.
Okay, well, luckily we are talking about June Awakening, which this seems very reminiscent of, because we went to go speak to developers about their MMORPG game, and they had things to tell us, big, small, and worm-like. My Uber was like working a couple of minutes ago. We don't need to do this, surely.
We're fine, he said 3 minutes.
This is your path.
Is this game good? It's been out for a while.
Hello, my name is Joel Bylos, and I'm the creative director in Funcom Oslo, and we're working on June Awakening. June Awakening is a survival game on a massive scale. It's first and foremost a great June game, and then we layer in the survival elements that make a lot of sense because Arrakis is the most dangerous planet in the universe, so you'll be dodging sandstorms, sandworms, you know, hostile scavengers on the planet, avoiding Sardaukar dropships, and, you know, playing through the game.
They couldn't get this guy a better microphone?
To uncover this great conspiracy that's happening in the Imperium. I like to refer back to the actual writing of Frank Herbert because there's a scene in the book where Paul is in an ornithopter and they ask the Kynes, what would you do if you were trapped in the desert? And he says very simple.
It looks beautiful.
Check the integrity of my still suit. Stick to rocky ground to avoid the sandworms. And if you're very careful and stay out of the storms, you can make your way out of the desert. And that's kind of how I would expect people to start our game. Get equipped, check the integrity of your gear and make sure that you're getting water. Stick to rocky ground. And slowly make your way to civilization. The first thing you need to know about June Awakening's story is it takes place in an alternate timeline. In this universe, Jessica Atreides gave birth to a daughter.
They put a de-esser on him.
Paul Atreides does not exist. And the game kind of explores the consequences of that decision.
And that's why he sounds. That's why he sounds weird.
You start out as a prisoner on a prison transport, bound for a place called Neo Carthag, and your prison ship gets shot down. And you land in this, in this shipwreck. You get rescued from the shipwreck by a mysterious stranger, and that's kind of where your journey begins in the game. And then, as you explore the story, you basically go out with.
That's why it sounds like he has a little bit of a lisp, and it sounds like he has a little bit of a
where
like
they've gone and why.
sound to everything he says.
We aren't going into too much detail about post-launch, but there's one thing I've promised the fans that I can tell them is going to come down the road, and that is riding sandworms. Dune Awakening is out now for those who pre-ordered on Steam, on PC. It is coming on June 10th for people who purchase through Steam on PC. And it will be coming.
Is that the real Age of Mythology in my chat?
Amazing stuff. Now, unfortunately,
Holy
we are at the
moly.
tail end of our show, but we're going to leave you with one final thing that is absolutely beefy, my friends. Get hyped.
Thank you so much for joining us for FGS Live from LA. We've had an amazing time. Thank you for indulging our silly and possibly very sunburnt antics.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But you can get yourself hyped for the next
Yeah, they
Future
should
Game
always feel better.
showcase, which is going to be at Gamescom in August. And in between those 2 points, you can go over to the FGS Steam page and wishlist all the games that were featured in this showcase and the one with Matt and Laura.
Speaking of Steam page, you'll also find a fair few demos over there from many of the games you saw tonight, including the one you're about to see.
So all that's left to say is goodbye, and thank you very much for having us.
Masz. Wstrętna, rująca się poślizgła masz. Gdzie ja jestem, do cholery?
No jak to gdzie? W jeziornych kolonii. No nie wygłupiaj się.
What's his fake language?
Wiesz jak pogrywać ze szkodnikami, świeżak. O, widzę, że nie z byle kim skacze.
Just kidding, I know it's not fake. Someone's like, that's my language.
Betka, czy zrobię jazdę próbną? Tam jest fajna trasa.
Some European languages sound so like almost English, but they're not, and then it makes me laugh. It sounds like somebody speaking fake English.
Proszę tego nie robić.
Swedish?
Mać, daj kobiecie trochę
Polish?
prywatności.
Cholera jasna, proszę pani!
Przemyśl to. Może będziesz tego żałował.
Holstein. Thanks for watching. Thanks. I'm happy to watch. Thanks for inviting me to watch the Ukraine.